Well, don't they feel good? Hey, those scrappy 1-0 away from home victories. It's been so long since I've been able to say that, and I forgot just how good they feel. Almost feel sweeter than a tiki-taka 3-0 masterclass. Norwich City have won their third successive championship game. It moves them up to second in the table, albeit for now until the 3 o'clock games kick off. But another Josh Sargent goal means it's a happy trip back from up north for those brilliant Canaries fans that travel, and of course the team as well. Big thanks to OneFootball who are sponsoring our review content this season. It's the go-to app for football fans. You can download it using the link in the description. You can stream games on there. You can follow your favourite team, keep up to date with all of the latest news. I love OneFootball, and I love it even more recently because I can check in and see Norwich City winning football matches. The stats today were actually very different. Norwich didn't dominate things at all. They had more possession, 54% compared to 45%. But unlike previous games where we have bossed the shot count, Sunderland were on top in that department today. They had 20 shots on goal. Not a single goal scored. We had 12. They had 6 shots on target. We had 3. They had 13 shots inside of the box today. Sunderland, on paper, should have come out victorious. Actually, they came away with nothing. Very rarely do we say that about Norwich City, that we were under the cosh, we weathered it, and we actually came through on top. Sunderland will feel hard done by. They had, I think, 2 shots hit the post and the crossbar. They had 2 cleared off the line by Grant Hanley, one of which was an absolute miracle, how he's managed to get there. And Norwich took their chance through Josh Sargent. It was as simple as that. With all of that being said, it's actually probably our worst league performance of the season. I think we were definitely better at Hull when we lost there. Cardiff was scrappy opening day of the season, but we lost that game. I think we were probably worse today than we were in both of those, and we came out on top. It's the reason I said at the start of the season, I think as long as performances are there and at a consistent level, you will start to pick up points. And I think things will always even themselves out across the course of the season. I think probably looking across the games we've played so far, we're probably about where we should be in terms of what we deserve. What does that mean? I thought we looked okay until Liam Gibbs went off injured. That was a real sucker punch, and I'm really hoping that's not serious. It did look nasty. He's just rolled his ankle, and they look so horrible, don't they? So hopefully there's nothing too serious there. I can't imagine he's going to be back for the next game. It did look really nasty. Let's just hope he doesn't need operations or anything like that, because Liam Gibbs has been brilliant since his introduction to the first team. But he went off, and then things started to get a bit scrappy in the midfield. But I must say, well done to Sam Byram, who came on, filled in at left back. Kenny McLean moved forwards. I think Kenny McLean looks far more suitable in the midfield role, as he would do. But Sam Byram, his injury record is abysmal. But he came on and really got involved. There are a few crunching challenges that I can imagine if you've been out for like 2 years, basically, through injury. Those tackles are the ones that scare you a bit. He got stuck in, he dug in, he stepped up when we needed him to step up. And I'm sure the clean sheet will please him hugely. It constantly looked like Sunderland were going to score, probably up until about the 60-minute mark when the intensity just dropped off a little. Grant Hanley, phenomenal defending performance from him. The fact that we were in those situations in the first place need to be looked at, but I think let's just take the positives for now, and I think Dean Smith can really delve into the tactical issues. I think as soon as that midfield gets shored up, we're going to be in such a better position, because that was the issue today. We just kept giving the ball back to Sunderland. We just couldn't retain possession, which is actually unlike us so far this season. We've kept the ball quite well in the majority of games, but Marcelino Nunez didn't have his best performance today, I didn't think, and it was all a bit scrappy in there. But Norwich came out on top, and it was a beautifully worked goal, actually. Aaron Ramsey, who came on as a part of a triple substitution, along with Timu Pukki and Todd Cantwell. That moment of genius now we can look back on from Dean Smith changed the game completely. I thought Pukki added another dimension and probably should have been played in a couple of times. His run off the shoulders were looking a lot more like Timu, so that was incredibly pleasing. Todd Cantwell adds an element of class about things. And Aaron Ramsey down the left-hand side actually delivered some really tasty crosses, and we haven't seen that from our wingers this season. So chuffed for Josh Sargent. I thought once again his work rate was phenomenal. He's looking a lot more sprightly in that number 9 position, and it was a lovely bit of movement to get him ahead of the defender and nip in there for a goal. What's that, 4 in 3 games for Josh Sargent now, and our top scorer by some distance. So another really big performance from him. Dean Smith has to take credit for those substitutions. I was watching the game on Sky, and I think it's very clear that we have an incredible amount of talent off the bench. When you can bring Timu Pukki and Todd Cantwell on off the bench, you're going to make an impact. And I think that's probably the difference between us and a lot of Championship sides this season. Norwich were at 20% of their potential today and still came away with an away victory at a place that's really tough to go. I don't think Sunderland had lost at their place for 11 games. So not many teams go and win at Sunderland. We've done so today, and we've done so playing some really poor football. So that's hugely pleasing. I think once we get some midfielders back from injury, I'm looking at Isaac Hayden being one of them, hopefully Liam Gibbs as well, that suddenly looks a lot more assured. We're still playing football without a recognised left back and winning football matches. That's hugely pleasing. And I think Norwich and Dean Smith will look at this win as a big moment, because at no point during that first 70 minutes did Norwich look like they were going on to win. And they did. And they're the types of games that you win. And if you win on a regular enough basis, when you're not playing great football, you're going to be bang up there come the end of the season. Norwich are now second. They'll probably finish the day in the top 6. And considering the start we had, 1 point after 3 games, we're suddenly in a far better position. And I think those results will continue, because I'm seeing some good performances now, and that's hugely pleasing. So there we go, Josh Sargent, the star man once again, buzzing after that. Really, really, really happy. Just excellent. And a big well done to all of the Norwich fans that made the ridiculously long trip up to Sunderland for a 12:30 kickoff. Let me know what you thought down in the comment section below. Remember to download OneFootball, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye.